What is up, YouTube? First off, let me introduce myself. I am Cloud Envy, and this is the first of many online matches that I'll be sharing with you. Not only that, but it's against the one, the only Hayden himself. Obviously, I was extremely excited, so let's just start the match. So he throws out this Pilot Swarm. I'm forced to assume it's EV-related. Now I start off my Stormageddon, and I was probably going to go for the Stealth Rocks, but I don't want to take the chance that he hits me with an Ice attack, so we U-turn the fuck out of there. I go straight into my Tangler, who could eat anything physical in case he wanted to, but he does go for the Stealth Rocks. So I decide neat, free hit, we go for the Giga Drain. It brings him down to red. Honestly, I thought it was going to kill, but it does not. He's going for the Icicle Spear here. I think it hits me about 4 or 5 times. Yeah, 5 times, and look at that damage. Tangler just ate that up, didn't even care. He switches on into his Cannon Tier, and I predict the switch. I figure I'll go into Ancient Power, it'll kill Pilot Swan anyway. And his Magmortar eats that pretty well for a rock attack. So I'm not prepared to take a fire hit. I switch into my LSD here. Shiny ass Lantern. And he actually predicts the switch and goes for the Hidden Power Grass, which is a pretty decent play on his part. So he realizes there's not much he can do here. I go for the Thunder Wave trying to slow it down, and he brings out Toss. And I'm like, God damn it. It's out for 1 turn, and I activate the Guts. And I don't want to deal with this thing. These guys get dangerous real quick if you don't know about them. So I'm going to switch on out of there. Go back into Scyther because I know it can eat any fighting attack pretty well. Forget about the fucking rocks. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Thank God for that paralysis. Lets me get off of clean Aerial Ace there. And that is 1 dead ass throw. So he brings in this Feraligatr. I expect the Sheer Force Life Orb. So I figured he'd go for the Aqua Jet. But he actually hits me with an Ice Punch. Knocks Scyther right out. And I'm not too upset. I don't have a Rapid Spinner. I can't switch Scyther out and die anyway. So I go into my Ursaring. I expect him to use the Superpower, so I just go for the Protect. Since I am Quick Feet and not Guts, so I'll outspeed a pretty decent amount after I'm poisoned. But he actually goes into the Pilot Swan here. And he hits me with an Ice Shard, which I'm not too thrilled about. It doesn't do too much damage, but I don't want to take any more than I have to. So I'm going to knock that thing right out. He goes into this Pinhead over here, and I'm like, man, why you gotta be scared of my bear? I'm already not attack boosted. I'm not ready to take an Intimidate. We're gonna switch into my boy Mr. Waddles. Shout out to my boy Paul for suggesting this badass frog. It eats any special attack thrown at it. So I expect him to switch, but he actually goes for the Quiver Dance instead, which allows me to get this knockoff pretty clean. So I end up knocking a Life Orb right off him. I'm like, great. Even if he gets a secondary effect, I'm not taking too much damage. And I expect to switch again and go for a Scald, which he actually stayed in and just took the burn. So I'm okay with that. No complaints whatsoever. We're out here dishing attacks back and forth. And I go for another Scald, which the burn damage actually does come in handy because he survives that with about 1 or 2 hit points. And that is 1 burned bug. So he's going to bring the Magmortar back out. I overpredict here and expect him to go for the fire attack, expecting me to switch. So I just keep the frog in. He takes that grass attack, and that's a dead frog. I'm unhappy about that, but I know he's locked into the Hidden Power Grass, so I go into the Tangela, expecting him to switch into the Lantern, and I just go for the clean Giga Drain. And that takes a surprising amount of health out, considering how specially invested these things are. So I figure, what the hell? I can probably knock it out with another Giga Drain. I go for the Giga Drain, and he hits me with a Thunder Wave. And he does get the Parahacks. So it looks like he's living for another turn. And I'm not happy about that. I'm like, whatever, man. I'm going to switch out of here. But I was hoping he'd keep the Lantern in because I actually went into my Ursaring. He goes into Magmortar instead. So I figured, okay, if this is choice specs, I know I can outspeed it. I have the Quick Feet. We're ready to get things going with an Earthquake. But it's actually Scarfed. And he hits me with a Flamethrower. Smokey the fucking bear right here. Ursaring was not about to have that. So I go back into my Lantern. I expect the Lantern switch so I don't go for the Thunder Wave. So I'm really not about giving him health back. So I go for another Scald. I end up getting, yet again, a burn. And I'm like, my god, my luck today is just impeccable. So we're just 2 fish facing off. Throwing hot water all over this place. Now I'm telling you, I don't know how I made it out of this without a burn. I think we went back and forth at least 2 or 3 times with it. So I figure at this point, I don't want to stall him out. I'm just going to go in a Tangela, hope for that quick kill. And I know I can eat a Scald with him. So he does hit me with a Scald. And I figure at his percent of health, if he wants to switch out and go back into that Mag Mortar, I can go for the Sledge Bomb and do some pretty decent damage. And he actually does go for the Volt Switch here. And he does switch right into that Mag Mortar. And I go for the Sludge Bomb expecting a kill, and it doesn't even knock down the red. These things have a lot of special D, I'm telling you. But I predict the Flamethrower. I go into my new ass Flash Fire Typhlosion who absorbs that like nothing. And I'm like, alright, neat. I'm ready to get some eruptions out here. So I go for the first one. His Yellow Balls just takes it to the face. And that's a dead fish right there. So he brings out this Feraligatr I totally forgot about. And I'm like, goddamn, I'm not about the Aqua Jet life. I'd go on a Tangela who does not give a fuck about it. When he hits you with that Aqua Jet, I think it does about maybe 10 damage total. But then he goes for the Ice Punch, which does a significant amount of damage. And I thank God right here that I was able to get that Giga Drain off, because he goes back in the Mag Mortar. And as we both know, there's nothing he can do about it. I think he actually forfeits the match. But it was a great match, guys. You can find a link to his video down there. Be sure to come back for more. Thanks for watching.